Hey everyone, I'm Kyle EILERMAN and this is Fan Theory, the show where we watch trailer reactions, we discuss movies and TV shows, and a whole lot more. Today, I am going to watch the trailer that has been out for a while that I've managed to avoid, which is Scream, technically 5, 2022, or just simply titled Scream. Let's get to this! Yeah! Before we get started, I just want to point out that I never liked scary movies growing up until my brother took me to a drive-in movie theater to go see Scream. I had no idea what I was in store for. I had no idea what was going to happen. And in the end, I realized how awesome these movies can be. And it was really the love of meta and relating back to other scary films, but other slasher movies that made me fall in love with this genre as a whole. So, let's get to this. Okay, that girl. She was in Babysitter Killer Queen.
This isn't funny, Amber.
Would you like to play a game, Tara?
Doors unlocked.
I didn't think she would get attacked. I thought she would be more of the prominent role in this. Huh. Okay.
Hello?
It's happening. 3 attacks so far. Do you have a gun?
I'm Sydney Prescott. Of course I have a gun.
Of course.
Something about this one just feels different.
Okay, I don't even understand what is happening.
I know who you are.
I've been through this a lot.
Yeah, you
This is
have.
your life now, which means that whoever this is going to keep coming for you.
Okay, there's our new cast.
You ready for this? Never.
Okay.
There's certain rules to surviving.
Okay.
The attacks were all on people related to the original killers.
Really?
Whatever his link is to our past, it's pulled us all back here. I
Okay.
won't sleep until he's in the ground.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
Wow. Okay, that was absolutely incredible. I cannot believe what I saw there. For starters, Dewey seems really different. And I don't know why. He just seems stronger, maybe more compelling. I don't really know what it is. I was expecting more of a teaser. But it gave us a lot of plot. That one actress that they start the trailer, I was expecting a lot more of her in the movie. I actually thought she'd be way more of a prominent character, so I'm kind of surprised that they have that single scene where she's obviously going to die. I don't know if that's going to be the opener, but maybe that's what they'll just start with. They'll just start with a traditional opener because relaunch this franchise in a sense. I think the most interesting part about this is the fact that all of the targets are apparently related to former killers, which I think smart direction to go with. And it kind of says that this new Ghostface is anti-former Ghostface. This Ghostfaces? What's the plural for Ghostface? I don't know a whole lot about the plot because I've avoided it. The one thing that I've read that I didn't like was that it wasn't going to be meta anymore, and that it was going to be drastically different from the other ones. While changing things up, I genuinely like. I don't like it where you change it so much that it's unidentifiable and unrecognizable to what was originally there. And that's what I'm hoping that they don't go with. Let's hope that's not what they do. I don't want to get rid of the meta more than anything. And I felt vibes of meta here, so maybe it'll still work. I mean, it looks like they touched on the rules with Dewey. So I'm thinking that's probably still the case. I don't know if any of this is legit, but at this point, it would make no sense if they didn't kill off one of the main three. And there's been 2 fake out deaths with Dewey and 1 kind of attack with Gale, but we need a real death this time. So I honestly do think that one of the 3 will die. I don't think it's Sydney at this point because she was primed to be killed off in 4, and it just after 4 happens, it just didn't feel right to kill her off anymore. However, the other 2 definitely feel like they could be expendable. And considering the fact that I see Gale and Sydney alone, when Sydney asks, "Are you ready?" and she's like, "Never for this, never." I love that, but I also feel like this is a giant sign to me that they are indeed going to kill off Dewey in this movie. Don't know when, don't know how, but I think he's going to die. And honestly, realistically, I think the smartest spot to do it would be at the beginning. However, it looked like he was giving us the rules, potentially giving the rules to the new kids, which tells me he doesn't die off in the first scene. So we're going to get a little more Dewey than that. But I do think it's possible that Dewey actually gets killed off in this one, more than even Gale, only because it's something everyone hasn't necessarily wanted, but they are ready for. I think the new cast of kids look great. I'm really curious who's related to which killers. As far as who's related to who, there's not a lot of great options to choose from because 2 of the killers were related to Billy Loomis and 2 of the killers were related to Sydney, which only leaves us with Billy, Billy's mom. So that's one set. Then you've got Mickey. So that's another thing. Stu, that's another. And then you go to 3 and it's Roman. The Roman's here. And then you got Jill Roberts, which should be related to him. And then lastly, you have Charlie Walker. So that puts us with a cast of 5 possible victims that they're focused on here. I don't know who could be in that mix that would be related to Sydney, but one of them I would assume would be related to Sydney, unless it was connecting them to someone on the other side of the family, which that very well could be. Like Jill's, we have approximately a cast of 5 core new characters that we could focus on. Approximately. It's interesting, this new take. I like this new direction that they're going with all of this, and I'm really curious to see what comes of it. This is going to be neat. It's going to be really interesting. As far as killers go, I have the suspicion of a few possibilities, but the ones that are currently at the top of my list, which probably make no sense, but it's just what I think. The most obvious choice would be Deputy Judy Hitt. Survived Scream 4, and I think it is a very high possibility that she could still wind up becoming a killer. The other option that is currently high on my list, which I realize makes no freaking sense, would be Dewey. I don't know why I would assume that. The other option that a lot of people on the internet have been outing is the potential that Stu returns. And if that's the case, then yeah, he could easily be the killer. It seems weird to use one of the core 3 as the killers, but you know, they're trying to go a different direction with this. So it would be really interesting. It really would be if Dewey wound up being the killer. And I don't know why I'm not suspecting Gale, because she has her own form of motive. It doesn't make sense. I don't get the motive, but Dewey could be the killer. Not the greatest fan theory, but it is what I'm working with right now. This is a lot better than I was expecting. I was having very much lowered expectations. I'm glad things are working out. I'm glad that it looks promising. It really does look promising. So anyway, this is my fan theory. What's yours? Hey guys, it's Kyle from Fan Theory Network. Wasn't that a great episode? Please like, subscribe, click that bell to stay notified, and you can watch more right there. Did you know that this network is only run by me and a handful of people? And the only way to help is by supporting us over at Patreon by clicking that little button right there with the P on it, or you can also check out our merch store in the link in the description below. Yay!